everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create ClickUp task on Elementor form submission custom field. So I am an owner of a business and I've created a product related inquiry form with the help of Elementor and I've attached that form on my website. Here my objective is that as soon as by any of my customers, whenever the product related inquiry form is going to be filled and the submission is going to be done, I want to create that inquiry as a task in my ClickUp account. And if I'm going to do this manually, it is going to take me a lot of time. So what I did was I simply created an automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So here in this automation, what we're going to learn is that by whenever any of my potential customers, whenever a new form submission is going to be done by Elementor for the product related inquiry, automatically that form submission is going to be created as a task in my ClickUp account. And for that, we're going to create an automation between Elementor and ClickUp with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen.
Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create ClickUp task on Elementor form submission custom field. I am an owner of an electronics store and I receive various customer inquiries related to my products from my website. Whenever a customer submits an inquiry, a product inquiry through Elementor form, a task is automatically created in ClickUp. This task includes details such as customer's request, preferred model, and contact information. This integration ensures that each inquiry is promptly addressed, helping us to maintain high customer satisfaction efficiently and manage our sales process. And we're going to create this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Create ClickUp Task on Elementor Form Submission Custom Field. Okay. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. And next, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click right over here. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select Elementor's automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to a workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Create ClickUp Task on Elementor Form Submission Custom Field, and there are 2 windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and Action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process, because our process depends on these 2 concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means that action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We're going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, what we are going to do is we are going to select it as Elementor. As with the help of Elementor, I have created a form which is attached to my website, and with the help of that form, all my customers are going to send the product related queries. Okay, so that is why for the trigger application, I've selected it as Elementor, so that whenever a new form submission is going to be done by any of my customers using Elementor, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select as new form submission. Okay, after selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we are going to connect Elementor to Pabbly Connect. Firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here. Then over here, we have to follow the help desk given here below in order to connect Elementor to Pabbly Connect. Firstly, we need to open the form that we have created with the help of Elementor. So this is my website and this is the form that I've created with the help of Elementor, with the help of which all my customers are going to send their product related inquiries. Okay, so this is the form that I've created, and what we are going to do is we are going to connect this form to Pabbly Connect. And for connecting, over here, this is the form field. We are going to click on the form field. Okay, as we're going to do that, you can see on the left side of the panel, the edit form field is going to appear in front of you. Okay, and from these options, it says actions after submit. We're going to click on it. Over here, it says add action. We are going to click on this plus button. And over here, we have to search for webhook. Over here, it says webhook. We're going to select it. As we're going to add an action over here, you can see the webhook field is going to appear in front of you. You're going to click on it. You can see it is asking for the webhook URL. So over here in this field, we're going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us, okay? After pasting the webhook URL, over here it says update in the bottom. We're going to click on this button. As the loading is completed, this means that this form is updated with the webhook URL, okay? So now we're going to go to the main edit page of this form that we have created. So this is the edit page of this form, and if I'm going to scroll down, it says update right over here. I'm going to click on this update button. As you can see, it says page updated. This means that this page that we have created, this is the form that we have created using Elementor, has been now updated, okay? So if I'm going to take you back to my workflow, it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to check whether Elementor is connected to Pabbly Connect or not. And for that, we are going to do a test submission of the form that we have created using Elementor. And we're going to check whether when we are going to do the test submission, Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test submission being done or not. For that, we're going to do the test form submission. You can see this is the link right away of the form that we have created. I'm going to open this link in a new tab. So this is the form that I've created using Elementor. If I'm going to scroll down, this is the inquiry form, okay? And with the help of this form, all my customers are going to send their details. It is asking for the details of our customer, so we're going to fill in the details. For the first name of my customer, I'm going to write it as test. For the last name of my customer, I'm going to write it as lead33. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as testlead33@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number over here, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number. And for the product for which I want to send the query, I'm going to select a product from this drop down, okay? After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this send button. As you can see, it says the submission is successful. So as now the form submission is successful, I'm going to open my workflow that I've created, and I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect has captured the response of this test submission being done or not. For that, I'm going to open my workflow and I'm going to scroll down, and you can see right over here, Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the test submission that we have done using Elementor in the webhook response, okay? So now we're going to tally the response. So the first name being test, last name being lead33, email as testlead33@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, the mobile number, and for the product name as Cool Breeze is the name of my product with all the other details. So this means that Elementor is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and the trigger setup is done. So now whenever a new form submission is going to be done by any of our customers using the form that we have created using Elementor, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. So now what we want is, with the help of this response, you have to create a task in our ClickUp account. So what we are going to do is, we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application, I'm going to select it as ClickUp, as now we're going to create a task in our ClickUp account with custom fields, okay? And for the action event, we're going to select as create task with custom fields, as I want to create a task in my ClickUp account with custom fields, okay? So these are the custom fields that I've created in my ClickUp account in the name of name, email, phone number, and the product name, okay? And I want to add the data of the task with the custom fields right over here. That is why for the action event, I've selected it as create task with custom fields. After selecting the action application and the event, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is going to appear, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, over here it is asking for the API token, with the help of which we are going to connect ClickUp to Pabbly Connect. By following the steps given here below in the help desk, we are going to have the access of the API token. Firstly, we need to log into our ClickUp account, and then you have to click on the profile icon. For that, open your ClickUp account. So this is my ClickUp account right over here, and over here in the top right corner, a profile button is given. We're going to click on it, under which we have to click on the settings button right over here. As we go to click on the settings button, you can see from the left side of the panel, it says apps. We're going to click on it, and API token is then going to be provided to us. I'm going to copy this token from here, and I'm going to paste it right over here, okay? And after that, I'm going to click on the save button. As you can see that ClickUp is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect. After that, it is asking for the workspace. So I have a single workspace in the name of Pabbly's workspace. So I'm going to select the workspace from here. If you want, you can select the workspace from your ClickUp account right over here, okay? So under this workspace, that is Pabbly's workspace, I have created a folder in the name of new lead details. You can see right over here, and a list in the name of lead details. So what we are going to do is, we are going to select the space first over here. The space is going to be Pabbly Connect, okay? Because over here in my ClickUp account, you can see this is the space Pabbly Connect, under which I have created a folder in the name of new lead details and the list in the name of lead details, okay? So this is the space that I've created, Pabbly Connect. I've selected it over here. For the folder, I'm going to select it as new leads details. And for the list, we are going to select it as leads details.
So you need to select all the required fields right over here according to the list that you have created in which you want to create different tasks. Okay, so after selecting the details, it is asking for the task name, the name of the task that we are going to create in this list right away in the name of lead details. So what we are going to do is, for the task name, I want the task name to always start with the customer's name who have done the form submission. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, it says Elementor new form submission. This was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, you can see that this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. As I want that the task name should start with the customer's name who have done the form submission. So in the previous response, you can see I've received the first name and the last name of my customer. And as I want the task name should start with the name of my customer, so from my previous response, I'm going to select the data of the first name, space the last name of my customer, okay? As I've selected the data from the previous response, the data is mapped. And as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right away in place of this mapped data is going to be updated. After mapping the data, I want to write it as dash new lead. So now whenever a new task is going to be created, it is always going to start with the customer's name as I mapped the data right over here, and it will say dash new lead. And as I've manually entered the data is going to be static. It is not going to be updated. Okay, so always the task name is going to be customer's name dash new lead. Okay, after that, it is asking for the description type. You need to select the description type according to the description that you're going to enter in the task that you're creating. Okay, and for the description over here, I'm going to write it as new lead details. So this is the description that I've written. Okay, it is asking for the assignee ID. So from this drop down, I'm going to select the assignee to whom I want to assign all the leads to. Okay, so I've selected the assignee ID right over here. Okay, next it is asking for the tags. As I don't require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the priority over here, I'm going to select it as urgent, as I want the lead to be nurtured urgently. That is why I select over here as the priority to be urgent. Okay, next it is asking for the due date and start date details. As I don't require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. Okay, it is asking for the status of the task that we are creating. I'm going to select it as open. Okay, next it is asking for the product name, email name and phone number. So these are the custom fields that I've created in my ClickUp account. As you can see right away, these are the custom fields: name, email, phone number and the product name. Okay, and for the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. For the product name, I'm going to map the data of the product name. For the email, I'm going to map the data of the email of my lead. It is asking for the name of my lead, so I'm going to map the data of the name, first name, space the last name. Okay, it is asking for the phone number, so I'm going to map the data of the phone number. So these are the custom fields that I've created in my ClickUp account. Okay, so after filling in all the required details, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see I've received a response which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my ClickUp account and I'm going to check whether in the list lead details a new task has been created or not. For that, I'm going to open my ClickUp account, and as you can see right over here, a new task has been created in my ClickUp account in the name of test lead 33 new lead. Okay, if you're going to tally the details, for the custom field name as test lead 33, email as the dummy email, for the phone number dummy mobile number, and for the product name the product, and the priority being urgent. So this means that we fully created an automation between Elementor and ClickUp with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of a business, an electronic store, and I collect the data of my customers' product inquiries with the help of the form that I've created using Elementor, which is attached on my website. So here what my objective is that whenever a new form submission is going to be done by any of my customers using Elementor, I want to create a task of that form submission in my ClickUp account. So for that, we have created this amazing automation between Elementor and ClickUp with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this is how you create this amazing automation. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.